Good morning. It is a rainy day, but we are out anyway. Going to go to thrift stores, look for cool stuff, both to keep and resell. And we're going to talk about something today. Are thrift stores for poor people? First stop, Village Discount. If you want to see how confusing this whole thing is, go to their website and see if they support a charity. It is, I can't even find it. They have some kind of thing set up with donatestuff.com going on, and they claim to support charity. But as far as I can tell, Village Discount Outlet is a for-profit thing. They sell, their primary motive is to make money. But let's give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't know if they're a 501c or not, but let's give them the benefit of the doubt and say they do ultimately end up supporting charity. If only poor people were allowed to shop here, which we need to talk about that, they would not make enough money to support the charities that they want to support. They need people coming in and buying stuff to make money to support the charities they want to support. Not to mention the cost of this building in Chicago, not to mention all their employees, yada, yada, yada. We also need to talk about this, like, it's where poor people shop. That feels iffy to me. Like, I understand the sentiment of, like, this is where poor people can go get stuff for cheap. But it also, like, feels like it relegates poor people to a specific sector of society. And I can almost guarantee you they're going to get stuff cheaper at Walmart than some of these thrift stores. All you have to do is go on Goodwill TikTok and just see what people are finding. Like, used books priced at like $6. It's obscene. Goodwill is the worst of them, in my opinion. But I'm getting off track a little bit. Let's go inside and see if we can find some stuff. I usually edit these pretty tight and only showing what I'm specifically looking at, but I'm going to show you how big these stores in the Chicagoland area are. First up, I saw these two Lego sets. They were priced under market value, but there wasn't enough room for me to make money, so I left them behind. So somebody who's looking for a Lego set at a good deal, they can go in there and buy it. Good for them. And then I want you to take a look at all of the clothes. So many clothes. This is one store of all the stores we're going to visit today. I do not fault clothes sellers at all for going in there and buying stuff and saving it from a landfill. There's just too much. There's too much stuff. Now, me personally, I focus on Lego toys, video games, you know, things like that. Look at all these toys that I'm not even gonna touch. Like, I don't want them. But any kid would be happy to play with those. If I went in there and I was like, hey, this stuffed animal has value above what it's priced at here, there's nothing wrong with me buying it, putting it online and making money. I'm not going to show that much footage of every single store I go into, or this video would be an hour long. But the next 2 or 3, I want you to just see how much stuff there is that multiple resellers are going through that store, multiple poor people are going through that store, and there's just so much stuff left over. There also seems to be like a generational thing with this kind of thinking. Like, I've noticed on YouTube, there's like hardly any issue with me going into thrift stores and buying stuff. I'll occasionally get a comment, which is what's inspired this video. But if I do it on TikTok, I'm almost guaranteed to get somebody being like, that place is for poor people to shop. And I honestly think people don't realize how much stuff there is in the world, in these thrift stores. Also, I would rather give my money to these places than someplace like Amazon, Walmart, etc., etc. These places that I have much more moral qualms with how they handle their business than a thrift store does. There's that donatestuff.com, and look at the size of this building that they have to pay rent for in the heart of Chicago here. We are in a big city. It's an expensive building, and it's huge. Okay, again, I want you to look at all of the shoes, so many shoes. I want you to look at the aisles and aisles and aisles of clothes. I want you to look at all the toys that I'm not even gonna touch, but that some kid may be happy to play with. There's just no monetary value there for me. There's so much stuff. When you stop and think about it, and when you're around it multiple times a week like I am, it kind of starts to feel a little gross. Okay, we will be pulling up on Unique here in a minute. Unique is in the same parent company as Savers and Value Village, I think. And on their front door, it says they are a for-profit company. They sell stuff with the intention of making a profit. But I think it's similar to Village Discount, and then they buy from charity donation collections, and those purchases fund various charities. Kind of like the donatestuff.com. They buy from there, and that is what funds the charity work. Unique itself does not fund charity work. Although they do occasionally, I see sometimes, you're like, if you shop here today, 10% of your sale will go to support X, you know, like your local Boy Scouts or something like that. So they do that. Wow, this is a really icy parking lot. And in case you haven't noticed, I haven't bought anything yet today. I've been to 2 stores and haven't bought a single thing. So it's not like I'm stealing from poor people. I can't stress that enough. There's still plenty left behind. I saw 3 other resellers in that last store, and they also, maybe one of them, I saw leave buying 1 thing. There's too much stuff. I'm gonna keep saying that. And just to drive the point home, I'm gonna do another long record in here just showing how much stuff there is, and then we'll do my usual editing style where, like, shows me going in, shows me looking around for a second, shows what I find or don't find, and then we move on. But I hope this has, I don't know, changed your mind, but I hope it has helped you think about it differently. Let's see what's inside. Didn't realize I got here early, but look at all that stuff. And yesterday, they had a half off everything day. This is what's left over after having a half off sale. Oh, here you go. Unique Thrift Store is a for-profit paid professional fundraiser accepting donations on behalf of Vietnam Veterans of America. Shopping here does not directly benefit any nonprofit. So it sounds like they pay for they're a reseller. Unique is a reseller. They pay the nonprofit for the goods to make money. There you go. All right, I was in there a little over an hour. They just kept bringing carts out, so I felt compelled to stay, but I ended up not finding a bunch of good stuff. The Lego set, it's open, but it looks like it's all in there. I'll probably end up parting it out, to be honest. And I found this ghost, which was super neat. Looks complete. The guns are a little loose, but that's all right. This wasn't caught on camera. These Kellogg's cars. I should be able to sell a bundle of 3 for $20 and then sell off the one for like super cheap. So that's pretty sweet. This is a light and it works and I need one. So it's like a film light. And then a Trapper Keeper, not in the best shape, but at that price, it was definitely worth grabbing. Should get like 20 bucks for it. This next one is called Brown Elephant. It is exclusive to Chicago as far as I know, with like 3 locations, I want to say. And shopping there directly funds Howard Brown Health. So it's a direct charitable purchase. You can't write it off. They write off the donations and they get all the write-offs. But that's more of the model people are used to thinking all thrift stores are, is shopping there funds charity. they also tend to be more expensive, which is why I don't go there very much. But occasionally you find something nice. Nothing for us in there today. We're at a Salvation Army, similar story to Brown Elephant. They have rehabilitation centers, they have programs they run. You may not agree with some of their stances on that have been very public. I'm not going to comment on here, but in my experience, Salvation Army is they put their money exactly where they say they're going to put it, versus Goodwill, when their CEO is, you know, a billionaire essentially. That's a little questionable, but let's go see what's in the Salvation Army. All that fresh inventory and nothing worth grabbing. One more stop, we're gonna head home, and depending how long this video is, we'll see if we do anything else on it. I feel like I talked a lot in this video. All right, last time we were having a poor day, this was a store that pulled through for us too. So glad I walked in here today. We got some video games, we got some Pokemon plush. We'll go over it all at home because I grabbed some stuff. My hands were getting full. So we'll go over everything at home and wrap up. Okay, here we go. We saw Charmander, Vaporeon. We got the Deathly Hollows. It's only like a $15 game, but it was super clean, so that can get listed right away. Wii Sports Resort, still good to pick up. It does need a little resurfacing, I think. It's right on the edge. I don't know. I gotta get my friend to resurface some games anyway, so I might just end up doing that. These are great if you can find them cheap enough. These both together should sell for $30. We spent $40 on all of this. This is like $25. Should still get it even though the box is damaged. But it looks all sealed up. The Try Me sounds a little rough, but that's okay. And then this Lego bag. They had to put it in another bag because there's a hole in it. But Build-A-Figure, Shore Trooper, Stormtrooper, Kylo's in there. And I think that was it. There's a minifigure right there. Maybe not the best. That's $12.97. Best find in the world, but at that price, it was great. It was absolutely great. Thank y'all for watching. I hope this was helpful. I hope I didn't sound like defensive or any of that. I didn't want it to come across that way. But I think there's some misinformation out there about how thrift stores operate, and just we need to be careful of the language we choose. Like, something is for poor people. Like, I understand wanting to be charitable and wanting to make sure they get taken care of, but we also don't want to like relegate people to a separate class of society if we can avoid it. That's my opinion anyway. Hit that like and subscribe button. We're growing, we're doing really well, and I'll catch y'all next time. See ya.